At the light, turn left onto Court Street, then turn right onto High Street.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're driving from Maryville over to Seymour. We're going to head to Tractor Supply over there. And then I might go from Seymour to Sevierville, Kodak there, live again. This here's going to take me about 25 minutes to drive over there. But I wanted to just touch base with everybody. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Hope they got to spend enough time with their family, or they spent too much time with the family. But we had a good one. My sciatic nerves kicked in, so having a hard time walking and moving around a little bit. But I got some steroids going in me, so hopefully within the week here I'll start feeling a little better on that.
Turn right onto High Street.
I've always had that sciatic nerve problem. It just kicks in there so often. I don't know how bumpy this road's going to be driving, but we'll give it a shot here anyway. Usually these side streets in these towns are kind of bumpity bump, bump, bump. But I gotta go over to Tractor Supply over in Seymour.
Continue onto US 411.
I had a torch kit that kind of blew up on me today, so I need to get another torch kit here. And then I'll head towards Kodak, Sevierville there. Welding lab on wheels. Well, at least the sun's back out. Beautiful. Here we go. Bounce, bounce, bounce.
In 15 miles, turn right onto Chapman Highway.
All right, so we're taking the back roads here. The good windy roads. I like them. As long as everybody stays on their side of the road. Yeah, we had a kind of a gloomy day. It started out sunny and then went gloomy. Now the clouds are gone again. This is Sevierville Road. That's nice. Pull out in front of us and then you want to drive slow. At least do the speed limit. Just past the Maryville High School there. Is everybody having a good day? Sorry I ain't have much videos uploaded here for y'all. Like I was saying on the other channel, I want to have some Christmas music videos popping up here. I'm going to be either I'll edit them or I'll do a live thing of the Christmas videos of the Smoky Mountains. Just have some Christmas music for like an hour or two or maybe 3 hours long. That way if you're all sitting around, you can listen to it on your TV and have some pretty pictures on the TV to watch while you listen to some Christmas music when you have family around, or if you're just sitting around and want to hear some Christmas tunes anyway. School bus. Hope they don't stop a lot here. Good old school buses. They can slow traffic down, can't they? Good thing about them, though, when they stop and they take off, they kind of fly when they take off. Oh, thank you, Lord, for turning. Well, we might have something to play here in a minute here. So, find something I want to talk. So, if there's any good news going on besides bad news. Good old Adam the Woo, he emailed me the other day. Let's see what kind of true news is going on. Let's see, Rick Wiles, America in the Valley of Decision. Let's see what this is about. What this says about Iceland here.
This is true news, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us God. I'm Rick Wiles. Today's Tuesday, November 14, 2023. Iceland's 350,000 citizens are on high alert today for
See some of the mountains over off the right.
Volcanic eruption. Lifelong residents say they have never experienced anything like what they are seeing and hearing on the island in recent days. Let's start with this discussion of today's news with a CBS News report about the volcanic activity at Iceland. The headline, Iceland warns likelihood of volcanic eruptions is significant after hundreds of earthquakes. Doc, what we're seeing here is a large crack that has developed in a highway in Iceland, but this crack is moving across the island.
Yes, some pretty dramatic images coming out of Iceland.
And people are saying they are hearing noises coming from the earth that one person described as unholy noises.
Well, it could be unholy.
Unholy noises was the description. And so CBS reporting officials in Iceland are preparing for a possible volcanic eruption in the wake of hundreds of earthquakes that forced a coastal town along the nation's southern peninsula to evacuate and prompted a state of emergency. The government, the Icelandic meteorological office, said there is a significant likelihood that an eruption will happen in the coming days.
So a spike in seismic activity led the Icelandic authorities to evacuate the southwestern fishing town of Grindavik, which is about an hour's drive from Reykjavik, the capital city. So you're seeing some of these images here as we've been talking about the report here. This is truly incredible. And steam is coming up out of the fissure there. So they are predicting that there's likely going to be a volcanic eruption, not within weeks, but really within
Nice
the next
pretty
few
land out
days,
this way,
what
isn't it,
they're
guys?
predicting.
Rolling land.
Previous Icelandic eruptions have disrupted air traffic throughout all of Europe. Remember that a few years ago,
Yes.
Rick? That for a couple of weeks, hardly any planes flew across Europe because of the ash and the smoke that was spewing from previous Icelandic volcano. But these are some pretty dramatic images. Well, yeah, it reminds me of that passage in the Bible where the earth opened up and
Yes.
swallowed Korah. And so,
That gives you a visual understanding of how it happened.
right.
I mean, when you see a deep split in the Earth's crust, dividing highways, running through the city, it's quite scary, and the people of Iceland are on alert, particularly the one particular town near the volcano. So we have another story. This is BBC News, and Iceland volcanic eruption is still likely, say scientists. And there's one quote in here I want you to see. This is number 3D. If you talk to Icelandic people who have lived there all their lives, they say they have never felt something like that. Now that's significant because the people of Iceland are used to volcanic activity
Right.
and earthquakes, but to say, I've been here my entire life, I've never felt anything like it in my life. I don't know. Yeah, this is a video that was filmed inside a home. I guess a security camera inside a home. It's a young couple, and their home begins to shake.
Right.
Let's watch it.
Well, it depends. It updates every 10 minutes, so it just depends on how. Wow.
That was pretty dramatic there, Rick.
Now they've had hundreds of those, so you can imagine how unnerving it is. Every single one of those eruptions, those earthquakes, you're wondering, is this it? Is this when the volcano goes off?
Yeah, this is a lot
The
of
next
pretty
story,
driving
Daily
here.
Mail. First photos reveal the cocaine found in the White House.
Lot of
Images
rolling
of the
hills.
baggie in the cubbyhole that sparked a White House investigation, and the culprit has still not been found. Well, that's because the Secret Service shut down the investigation.
Right. Now, when I saw the story earlier today, Rick, it's I had a completely different image of the cup.
This is True News, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us God. I'm Rick Wiles. Today is Monday, November 27, 2023. A global climate change summit will convene later this week. One proposal that world leaders may endorse is a radical scheme to issue carbon travel passports to every human on planet Earth. We will have more information in several minutes. First, however, we will look at a troubling rumor about the possible reason that artificial intelligence pioneer Sam Altman was terminated as CEO of OpenAI. We will begin with comments about this article published days ago by Reuters news agency. OpenAI researchers warn board of AI breakthrough ahead of CEO ouster, according to sources. So what happened, Doc, last week, if you remember, the board of directors of OpenAI suddenly fired Sam Altman, who is considered one of the pioneers of artificial intelligence, the driving force behind OpenAI and ChatGPT.
Right. The reason that was put out there generally was that he had misrepresented something to the board.
Precisely, but nobody knew what it was.
Right.
You didn't know if it was finances related to the organization's financial statements or whatever, or a personal affair. There was no explanation. Then, I think it was the day after Thanksgiving, this next story broke. Well, we'll take a look at this. This is Reuters. So it says that ahead of OpenAI CEO Sam Altman's 4 days in exile, several staff researchers wrote a letter to the board of directors warning of a powerful artificial intelligence discovery that they said could threaten humanity. 2 people familiar with the matter told Reuters. Doc, if this is true, the board of directors was so frightened by something that was done inside the organization's laboratories with artificial intelligence that they fired Sam Altman, apparently for neglecting to inform the board of directors that the project was underway and that a breakthrough, or perhaps that they had reached a breakthrough.
But that didn't stop Microsoft picking up Altman and his number 2 and putting them to work at Microsoft.
But that was just briefly.
Yes.
I mean, he was only at Microsoft for a few days because
Right.
he went back.
Right.
So it goes on to say the previously unreported letter and AI algorithm were key developments before the board's ouster of Altman, the poster child of generative AI, the 2 sources said. Prior to his triumphant return late Tuesday, more than 700 employees had threatened to quit and join backer Microsoft in a solidarity move with the fired leader.
Right. Something big happened at OpenAI.
And we see it, the hint to it is in this next quote. Source, some at OpenAI believe that QStar. Now, Doc, this is the first time I've heard of QStar.
Right. No.
Had you heard of it?
Not before last week.
Pay attention, friends. QStar. Some at OpenAI believe QStar could be a breakthrough in the startup's search for what's known as artificial general intelligence, AGI. One of the people told Reuters, OpenAI defines AGI as autonomous systems that surpass humans in most economically valuable tasks. So there was a secret project inside OpenAI called QStar.
Right.
And apparently there was a breakthrough in the QStar project that Altman failed to notify the board of directors. And when they found out, they were so alarmed and so furious, they fired him.
Right.
I mean, this isn't about turning in, he neglected to turn in expense reports. This is about he neglected to tell the board of directors that the company had created something that we're going to see in just a moment. He referred to as a creature.
Yes.
A creature. Reuters went on to say, given vast computing resources, the new model was able to solve certain mathematical problems, the person said, because the individual was not authorized to speak on behalf of the company. though only performing math on the level of grade school students, acing such tests made researchers very optimistic about Q-Star's future success. But this next thing that we're going to show you, this is a very short video clip of Sam Altman speaking months ago.
Right.
And this video just showed up. And I don't know if the appearance of the video is what motivated the board of directors to start asking questions. But let's watch and listen to what Sam Altman said about Q-Star.
I think this question of whether AI is a tool or a creature is something that really confuses people. And it confused me for a while too. But I now think we are very much building a tool and not a creature. And I'm very happy about that. And I think we should and will continue in that direction.
I'm confident we're building a tool, not a creature.
I'm confident.
I'm not certain. I'm confident. And mind you, Sam Altman is the same man behind the world coin scheme.
Good wait.
Right. The orb.
With the orbs. He's putting thousands of orbs around the world for people to have their eyes scanned so that they can transact business. In other words, he wants to issue an identification number to every human.
Right.
And you will have to go someplace to an eye scanning orb and have this orb look at your irises and then issue an identification, a unique identification number to you. This is the same guy who says, I'm confident we're building a tool, not a creature. Doc, how close are we?
At the next light, turn right. At the light, turn right onto Chapman Highway.
All right, we're going to turn on Chapman Highway here, Maryville Highway, going to Tractor Supply.
In half a mile, turn left into the parking lot.
Right here in Seymour. Got a KFC over here, Taco Bell, AutoZone, McDonald's, Food City. Look at the mountains up there in front of us. Going into Maryville there. But I ain't gonna be going that way here. I'm gonna be taking Boyd's Creek out the Maryville Kodak there. that's a beautiful mountains view right there. See if I can zoom that in a little bit. There we go. How's that look? Bojangles. I love them mountains, baby. Love those mountains.
Turn left into the parking lot.
This is where I'm going. So I'll see you guys back here shortly.
You've entered the parking lot.